It almost has like this hellish, like psychedelic kind of
Oh, yeah.
feeling to it, which is very different than most of the other Hoopers that I've seen. Like there's like fake grass and like this fog that goes over top of it, clearly from a fog machine. And then like there's like this blood red lighting that goes through the fog, and like it's really beautiful and inorganic in a way that I found very surreal, and created a really strange atmosphere, which I think is part of what he's going for. He's going for that. Again, that last 30 minutes of Texas Chainsaw, where she's just so confused, it's so chaotic. She's in hell. She's so like psychologically traumatized. Everything's insane. And I think when we were speaking on that film, we talked about this idea of like, there's this bizarre thing that's out there. You don't know what it is. You don't know what it means, but it just killed you and all of your friends. And like this has a similar expression of like that confusion and that surrealism. And I do think that it really works, despite the fact that I think a lot of people aren't really big fans of this one, just because on a character level, it's kind of inscrutable. But again, it feels like part of what he's doing.
Everybody in this movie is pretty unlikable. Like,
and kind of disturbed and strange.
Yeah, like every single person, even like, you know, he brings out the family that has the little dog, and at first you think that you're gonna get some like modicum of just normalcy, and then it once again turns into this bizarre, surreal, kind of physical, dark comedy gag with the dad who starts to like spaz out at his wife and do these weird kind of mannerisms, and it's just like even something as simple as a family with a small dog turns into this bizarre, surreal horror fest, and it never lets up. And even at the beginning, speaking on the artificial look of everything, having the beginning with fucking Robert Englund of all people,
from Nightmare on Elm,
before his big fame, I believe, and also he says, I'm pretty sure he says the line, "The name's Buck and I'm looking to fuck," which is a reference, or not a reference, but it must have been referenced by Tarantino in Kill Bill. No?
Yeah, straight up. Tarantino
and I was just
literally
like,
stole that.
Another thing, I was just like watching this show, man. Every single time I see something that Tarantino took, it's just funny to me. But speaking again,
the dude has not had an original idea.
It doesn't seem like it. The more I watch this show, I'm like, oh my god, man, did you come up with any of this?
But he's got good taste, because I really enjoyed this film a lot.
Oh, for sure. And then once again,
and also you might have noticed too that the girl who plays Clara is Matilda the Hun from Death Race 2000, which we just did on the show recently.
Oh, nice.
She's one of the racers in like the wacky races exploitation film.
Oh, that's killer.
Well,
that's
awesome. she has a terrible introduction where she is basically almost raped by Buck.
Right.
And then she is almost raped again by Judd, the local motel owner, which by the way, and then she's obviously she is brutally murdered with a pitchfork, just over and over and over again, while really disruptive, like glitchy electronic soundscape is going off.
And then fed alive still after being stabbed to the alligator. So she gets a pretty brutal death. And even then, like the beginning of that scene, like there's still that artificial feeling again, because the set that he's, assaulting her in is very like porno-esque, because it's in a whorehouse. And so all of it feels like that.
Also, Miss Hattie, the girl who runs the place, has like a weird prosthetic mask.
Yeah, which I thought was going to be revealed to be some type of odd thing, similar to like Texas Chainsaw with the grandpa or something. But it doesn't. It's just kind of there to make you feel uneasy, I guess, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was like, I guess that's just what Tobe Hooper thinks old people look like. It's basically the same makeup for Grandpa, but like,
it is.
But like, she's not really like end up being like a villain of the film or anything. Like,
no, she's just kind of shitty. But
yeah, like that's kind of it. One thing that really stood out to me about this, and because you've seen Psycho, right, Hitchcock?
Yeah.
Okay,
finally.
did this at all remind you of Psycho, in the sense that a young girl is going to a motel where the guy who runs the motel is like killing people, and also they kill the protagonist in like the first 10 minutes of the film, who you think is going to be the main character. And then it does have like a twisted sense of a mother and son killing duo type thing, killing the motel patrons, but it's a father and his rambunctious little crocodile.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
man,
I was sitting there going, this is like Toby Hooper's like Italian giallo version of like Psycho.
Yeah, I totally
with, like,
feel that.
Red and magenta lighting. He has like strange like mannequins that he keeps around the motel. I also loved seeing William Finley from Phantom of the Paradise and Sisters.
Yeah. And he has it once again. He has like I was speaking on it earlier. He has this bizarre mannerism to his character eventually, where he starts to like spaz out at his wife and stuff. It's very very strange. Yeah, and he has a look to him that really is very effective in that regard too. He's kind of got these like, very wide, buggy eyes and stuff. So it works out well.
Yeah, he's definitely a strange looking guy. And I just watched De Palma's Sisters for the first time recently. And that's one where he